What are the biggest difference between managing projects as a freelancer versus managing as an agency talaga?
Accountability. Kasi yung pagdating sa freelancing, you are fully accountable doon sa kung ano yung mangyayari.
It's a dilemma for me na mag-stick na ba ako sa freelance or sa consistent source of income na work.
Self-assessment is really the key for your personal growth.
Maraming mga artists pero hindi nila alam kung paano i-market yung sarili nila.
Freelancing talaga. It's like starting a business.
Pero may time ba na mas malaki pa yung kinita mo sa side hustles mo sa main source mo?
Yes, that's actually the determining factor why I left na yung employment ko. Maas na po ang dami ng taong nag-resign.
Dahil nanood ng Creatives Podcast! So, dumating ba sa punto na kinakabahan ka kasi wala pang client na lumalapit or wala ka pang client na naku-close na deal?
Strange ba kung sabihin ko?
What are the biggest difference between managing projects as a freelancer versus managing as an agency talaga?
Accountability. Kasi yung pagdating sa freelancing, you are fully accountable doon sa kung ano yung mangyayari.
It's a dilemma for me na mag-stick na ba ako sa freelance or sa consistent source of income na work.
Self-assessment is really the key for your personal growth.
Maraming mga artists pero hindi nila alam kung paano i-market yung sarili nila.
Freelancing talaga. It's like starting a business.
Pero may time ba na mas malaki pa yung kinita mo sa side hustles mo sa main source mo?
Yes, that's actually the determining factor why I left na yung employment ko. Maas na po ang dami ng taong nag-resign.
Dahil nanood ng Creatives Podcast! So, dumating ba sa punto na kinakabahan ka kasi wala pang client na lumalapit or wala ka pang client na naku-close na deal?
Strange ba kung sabihin ko?
What are the biggest difference between managing projects as a freelancer versus managing as an agency talaga?
Accountability. Kasi yung pagdating sa freelancing, you are fully accountable doon sa kung ano yung mangyayari.
It's a dilemma for me na mag-stick na ba ako sa freelance or sa consistent source of income na work.
Self-assessment is really the key for your personal growth.
Maraming mga artists pero hindi nila alam kung paano i-market yung sarili nila.
Freelancing talaga. It's like starting a business.
Pero may time ba na mas malaki pa yung kinita mo sa side hustles mo sa main source mo?
Yes, that's actually the determining factor why I left na yung employment ko. Maas na po ang dami ng taong nag-resign.
Dahil nanood ng Creatives Podcast! So, dumating ba sa punto na kinakabahan ka kasi wala pang client na lumalapit or wala ka pang client na naku-close na deal?
Strange ba kung sabihin ko?
How's it going, creators? I welcome you to the Creatives Podcast. We're here to steal your attention, replace it with discussion, and leave you with a lesson to aid you in your venture into the creatives journey. So, Welcome to the Creatives Podcast, your go-to source for creativity. And today, we are thrilled to be recording from the fantastic Bagong Pilipinas Studios. Woo! Let's go! Huge thanks to them for providing us with this amazing space. And before we get started, maraming salamat sa mga staffs and all the people behind the cameras. Really grateful kami for this opportunity. And alright, so today, we are having a really interesting conversation about the evolution of a creative career. We're talking about going from the flexibility of freelancing to the responsibility of potential of agency ownership. So to learn more about that, we're thrilled to have this guest today who has made a remarkable journey in the digital marketing world. From discovering a passion for creativity while managing social media for a large company to building a booming freelance career on Upwork. And now, leading their own agency, their story is a testament to hard work and dedication. They're not just a graphic designer, they're a master of social media management, copywriting, email marketing, and media production. Name it, they got it. So let's welcome the founder of Sense Digital Marketing, Sir Simon Soriano on the show. Woo! Let's go! So the screen is yours to introduce yourself, Sir Simon.
Thank you, brother. Hi guys, Simon Soriano. So, hindi ko alam kung paano ko papanindigan yung mga sinabi ko. Hindi, pero yes, thank you very much. I am Simon Soriano. So, I claim to be a digital marketing expert. No, I founded Senses Digital Marketing last 2023. So, I started as a graphic designer. And then, tulad nga nung sinabi natin, nag-transition ako into an agency ownership as a sole proprietor of the business. So, siguro we can go over the details mamaya.
Yeah. Alright. So, ano lang ko, bigyan lang ako doon ng comment sa sinabi mo na hindi ko alam kung paano ko panindigan to. Kasi, promise, this last few weeks talaga, minamarathon ko, sir, yung mga reels nyo. Kasi, for your information sa mga nanonood sa atin, no, Simon Soriano is also a content creator. So, grabe, nung mga, alam ko naman na yung mga bagay na yun. Sabi ko, alam ko to, pero iba yung iba yung atake. Kasi, yung dun sa mga content ni Simon is very raw.
Yes.
Very raw eh. Hindi katulad ng iba na, ang daming edit, daming ganyan. Pero yung sa kanya, very raw, very genuine. Tapos, dama ko dun yung parang connection.
Yes.
Which is very important sa content creation. So, with that said, we are really honored to have you here in our podcast. So, before we start our true discussion, before mag-init ang ating usapan, let's play a well-known and fun game called Never Have I Ever. A fun and exciting way of learning about our guests through asking each other questions and bringing down one of our fingers every time. So we have done what we asked and let's go. Handa ka na ba dito, Sir Simon? Never have I ever. So, 10 fingers up. Tapos, baba mo kapag
Sama na natin yung nasa paa.
Sama na natin yung nasa paa.
Sige. Okay,
alright, let's go. Never have I ever had a breakdown dahil ang daming revisions. One down.
Touch the nerve agad Okay, sige.
Never have I ever designed something, felt proud of it, then woke up the next day and ang pangit nito and hated it.
No.
No, yeah. Alright, so never have I ever used Canva for a quick design but end up spending more time than expected.
Sige, explain natin mamaya.
Okay. So never have I ever had a client ask for a design change at the last minute. Tira. Never have I ever had a client ghost me after receiving the final files. Never have I ever been haggled or binarat sa presyo. Never have I ever had to deal with a social media troll. Nag-i-inquire kunyari pero hindi naman pala, nag-aano lang ng presyo. Never have I ever ignored or canceled a work opportunity dahil busy or pagod. Okay. So never have I ever had a creative block that lasted longer than a week. Mauubos na, 2 na lang. Mukhang masasama na ang mga daliri sa paa.
Oo nga, sabi ko sa'yo eh.
Never have I ever judged someone based on their font choice. Naka-sans serif.
Considerate tayo.
Okay, considerate. Okay, so never have I ever pretended to understand a client jargon when I didn't. Never have I ever accidentally deleted a crucial project file. Ang sakit nun.
An entire project file.
Yeah. Okay, an entire? Hindi lang isa.
An entire, yes.
Okay, never have I ever. Wala na. Nasa ano na. Negative 11 na. So never have I ever used Comic Sans in a professional project. Never have I ever used a competitor's design as inspiration. Alright. Never have I ever had a client ask for a design change that made it worse.
Tingin ko lagi yan.
Okay. So never have I ever used a meme in a professional marketing campaign. Memers, mga memers ng mga people ngayon eh. So never have I ever had to explain to a client why a design costs what it does.
Yes, yun.
Alright. And that wraps up the never have I ever game. So, nakailan? Negative 14. Negative 4.
Negative 4.
Na yung sinabi ka dun na parang gusto mong i-explain. Ano yun? Yung dun sa part na yun?
Second question yata.
Second question. Ano yung second question natin? Ayan. Yung dun sa Canva.
Yes. Oh. Kasi I started self-taught graphic designer kasi ako, no. So I started learning Photoshop.
Ooh.
So everything is dahil software-based siya, accurate and siguro masasabing complicated than pag kinompare ng mga Canva users. So pero the precise and quality niya is top-notch.
Yeah.
No? So meron kasing mga Canva was designed to be a user-friendly kasi. No, a user-friendly platform. So, yun. Kaya, mas napahaba siya kasi meron, sobrang limited niya for a advanced graphic designer. So,
parang na-imagine ko dun is, gumawa sa Canva tapos nire-design mo pa sa Photoshop.
Yes. Especially, no, yung accuracy niya with the alignment, the lines, yung mga smallest detail.
Yeah.
Yun yung hindi kasi magagawa dahil nga more on user-friendly tools yung nasa kanya.
Yeah. More on ano siya drag and drop.
Yes.
Drag and drop software.
Drag and drop, templated designs, tapos presets. Yun yung kasi yung Canva.
Yeah. But not to degrade or i-down naman yung mga Canva users out there. There's always a room for improvement naman or for growth. Kasi syempre, ako din, galing ako sa Canva. Hindi pa nga Canva PixArt. Sa cellphone.
Nahalata edad.
Nag-ano pa ako nun, nasa era pa ako ng libre kong ginagawa yung service ko. So, PixArt, to Canva, to Photoshop. So, yeah. So, no?
Yes. Actually, Canva and Photoshop are tools. Just like any other tools, like for videographers, Premiere, DaVinci, they are tools, no? So, ikaw pa rin yung magdidikta kung ano yung mangyayari sa mga tools na yon.
Yeah.
Kasi creativity mo yung lalabas, no? So, yes, we don't degrade, we don't discourage, no? Pero what we appreciate is the creativity na mapoproduce using those tools.
What is important is yung may ginagawa sila in those softwares. Yes. May napoproduce sila yung kung ano yung naiisip nilang kung ano mang creativity yan. Okay. So now that we are done learning about each other dun sa mga never have I ever na naging negative 4. Question lang, is this your first time being guest in a podcast?
Face-to-face. Yes.
Face-to-face. Okay.
Face-to-face. Pero, to answer the question, podcast really. First time ko. Kasi normally mga segments and mga online shows, no? Na may mga na-feature naman tayo several times na rin. Pero podcast, first time talaga.
Okay, so
And I thank you for that,
yeah,
for the invitation.
we are really honored to have you here talaga, Sir Simon. Grabe. Okay, so now that we are done nga sa ating mga ceremonies, let us start the creative exchange. A quick fire Q&A where creative ideas and insights are shared and sparked. So, are you ready? Am I
Born
ready? Yes, we are all ready. So in this episode, we're diving into the entrepreneurial side of the digital world. We're talking about the exciting and sometimes challenging journey from freelance hustle to agency ownership. So for our current or would-be freelancer agency owners, this episode is for you, as we'll be uncovering the strategies, the struggles, and the success that comes with building your own digital marketing empire. I like that term, no? Not just a branding, but an empire. So before we go through your life as a creative, let us go a bit personal. As in, let us go deep.
Okay.
Sino ba si Sir Simon Soriano outside of being a graphic designer or a digital marketer?
Marami eh. Kasi multi-passionate
Oo.
ako, no? Multi-passionate ako in a sense na like, physically, I'm sport engaged. Yun nga.
Yeah, I saw na nagbabadminton ka din.
Yes, oo.
Yeah.
Badminton talaga,
Let's go.
yun yung sport ko. Like, my sport, my stress relievers. Yun talaga yung sport ko ever since. Nag-university ako ng high school, hanggang sa, yun nga, may ilang years na hindi ako nakapaglaro. Then, nung okay na, like, meron akong mga leisure time and pinapermit na nung pagkakataon, nakakabalik na ako sa paglalaro. And also, I am an advocate of mental health.
Wow.
Then, pero in terms, not in a professional way pa, pero in a sense na I really acknowledge, no? Inumpisahan natin yan sa mga circle of friends natin, yung real-time and constant reminder, yan, hindi lang sa mga friends natin, kundi ginagawa ko rin yan sa mga personal contents ko, na we have to acknowledge and help and be aware na meron talagang ganitong mga struggles. So, yun, I think that's basically it. And a loving partner, syempre. Yun. I am in a relationship of parang almost 8 years. No? Na, yes. So, yeah, that's me. And siguro, more than of myself, creatives na rin talaga. So, hindi ko na madadagdagan pa yun. Kasi yun na ako.
Yeah. Wow. Grabe. Yun dun sa mga nasabi mo. Meron na akong initial knowledge yun kasi nga ini-stock ka na namin. Ang bihira. Kung baka nakikita niyo yun sa page niya yung puro naka-heart Angelo Agravante.
Yes,
heart this. Minsan na-heart ko pa yung 2023 pa sabi ko ay medyo nakakahiya.
Sabi ko nga nakikita kong puro heart na notification. Gumagawa na ng script si Angelo.
Gumagawa ng script yung script writer natin, si Sandre. Oo, grabe, solid. So, grabe yan. Meron din doon na naka-relate ako doon. Yung may post ka na sinabi mo doon na, teka, pause. Yung, lalo na yung doon pa sa, yung doon sa bumalik ka ng pagbabadminton. Tapos,
Yes,
na nila na, ayun, yung parang bigla ka nalungkot. Tapos, sige, can you share us para yun dun sa mga viewers din namin?
Sorry,
natin?
it went viral eh. Parang wala pang 1 week ago, I posted it. And nagulat lang ako na nag-viral siya kasi yung relatability, no, ang taas. Kasi it was all personal to me. No, vulnerable side ko yun. Nung sinabi ko na naglaro ako after almost 5 months na yata na hindi ako naglalaro kasi sobrang busy. And yung feeling ko nun is sad, frustration, tas parang na OP ako, yung tinatawag nila out of place. Kasi parang yung mga dati ko nakakasama, sabi, ba't ngayon ka na ulit naglaro? Ganyan. Hanggang tanong lang sila, pero naglalaro na rin sila. Hindi ako basta-basta makapasok doon sa mga games kasi or doon sa mga sets kasi hindi na rin ganun.
Oo. Parang it's not the way it used to be.
Oo, kasi may
Nung
mga,
bumalik
syempre,
ka.
hindi ako makapag-catch up kaagad on the personal matters. And then, na-realize ko, so self-reflect agad yung ginawa ko. So bakit nga ba hindi ako nakakapaglaro? Sabi ko gano'n. Sabi ko, wala naman akong injury, wala naman akong kaaway, wala naman akong personal issues inside the court. Sabi ko, pero bakit? Sabi ko gano'n. Anong ginagawa ko? Okay, nag-shift ako into a graveyard shift. Yung mga clients ko, internationally na hinahandle, is tumatama doon sa schedule ko ng time ng pagbabadminton, and I cannot compromise kasi it's for something that I am building for the future. And it's okay. It's perfectly fine kasi yun yung tinatawag nga, the subject or the topic was all about delayed gratification. No? Dinedelay mo yung mga gusto mong gawin ngayon for something bigger, for something greater. No? So, yun yung thought nung post. At ang dami siguro nakarelate doon. Kasi marami talaga nag-sacrifice. No? Hindi lang sa creatives, sa larangan, sa maraming larangan ng buhay, na para lang magawa nila or maihanda nila ito para sa mga pamilya nila, sa buhay nila, hindi muna nila ginagawa yung kasiyahan na yan. Dinedelay nila. Kasi alam nila na kapag na-establish agad nila yung buhay na to, mas maganda yung matatamasa nila in the future.
Totoo.
Yeah.
Grabe. Nung nabasa ko yun, na yun eh, nag-post talaga ako doon. Kasi for this Creatives podcast and recently sineryoso ko talaga yung freelancing career ko. Nagbalik ulit ako.
I can see that.
Total, yung yung term nga nila is lumagari ulit. Yeah. So, yung grind, nandun ako sa hustle. Tapos, nag-stop ako, wait lang, pause muna. Nung nabasa ko yun, sabi ko, oo nga, ano nga ba itong parang na ako. Parang nandun na ako sa cycle. But, ayun nga, nag-stop muna ako. Stop muna. Okay. Ko muna. Yun nga yung sa delayed gratification. Kasi, ilang months na akong hindi naglalaro. So, I call my friends, ayan, sila Iman, sila Karsh. Tara, laro tayo, unwind muna tayo. So, yeah, grabe yung post na yun. Grabe yung mga sinabi doon. Nakarelate talaga yung marami doon. So,
Thank you.
yes, sir. So, for those new to the field, how would you define digital marketing? What is digital marketing?
Yun nga digital marketing, normally akala nila dito is
Post lang.
Hindi, it entails a specific term, no? Pero digital marketing kasi is very broad, no? But digital marketing is anything you provide, no, na makakatulong for a client, makakatulong for a person, for a business to generate revenue para makatulong sa kita nila, no? Anything we call graphic design a part of digital marketing. We call video production, media production, email marketing, copywriting, script writing, lahat yan digital marketing service yan, no? Pero digital marketing is the big term na ma-umbrella doon sa lahat ng yan, no? So question din yan na, di ba sabi mo digital marketing agency kayo? Ba't hindi kayo gumagawa ng ganito? Ba't hindi kayo gumagawa ng ganyan? Hindi kayo gumagawa, no? Pag digital marketing agency ka, you have your expertise, no? Meron kang ginagawa. So, yeah, to answer the question, digital marketing is something or anything that you provide for a client or for people or for business to generate revenue.
Oh, okay. Okay. Kasi meron ako niyan na nakausap na client. Like, magpo-post lang naman tayo dyan, diba? Mag-graphic design tayo, ganyan. Tapos ang sinabi ko, ay, hindi po, kailangan natin ng tawag dito, yung makatch yung attention. Kasi that is, for a tournament. So, kailangan natin makatch yung attention nila para sumali dito. So, kailangan natin gumawa ng reels content, yung graphics, and other agendas beside dun sa mga pinopost, like, yung mga pinapagawa for them to makasali.
Yes.
So, ayun siya. So, thank you for that na na-clarify yung yung sa digital marketing digital marketing.
Yes.
Kasi maraming mga ano dyan question dyan eh.
Definitely.
Oo. Pero yun doon sa sinabi mo, na ano na, parang boom.
Na-clarify.
Na-clarify na. So, how did you discover your careers in graphic design and digital marketing?
Yan yung magandang
Yan.
story. Yan. Okay. These are two different stories. No? Si graphic design and si marketing. No? Si digital marketing. Kasi mostly, kadalasan naman nangyayari with the graphic designing or creative industry, una muna silang natututo with the arts. Innate sa kanila yun. Like, yung creativity is innate yun eh. Nasa iyo talaga yun. No? So, pero para maka-generate ka ng cash flow using those creativity, kailangan matuto ka ng marketing. Pero with me, it's different. Nag-start ako as a marketing enthusiast. No? So, ibabahagdan ko lang ng bilis. So, I started as a service crew ng fast food.
Okay.
Working student ako noon. And then, nag-stop ako with being a student, which I went full-time as a sales promoter, promodizer na tinatawag. Kung nakapunta ka sa mall, sa mga hardware store sa mall, yung nagsasalita ng may lapel. Naging ganun ako.
Okay.
No? Na humaharang ng mga customers. Hello ma'am, sir, bilhin na kayo ng ganyan. Maganda yung ganito.
Bakit maganda tong product, yung ganyan.
So, yun. And then, napunta ako sa isang hotel where using those experiences, I became a marketing associate na. Parang nakasabay ko during the interview is 5 college graduates. Ako lang yung undergrad. But with the experience that I had and how I proved it, so nakapasok ako as marketing associate sa isang hotel. And then after nun, napunta na ako sa isang ice cream manufacturing company sa Nueva Ecija where I headed the marketing team na. So, for the longest time na establish yung business nila, nun lang sila nagkaroon ng marketing team and I was the one who handled and who built the marketing team. And then, as part of the marketing team, yun na, bago ako nila i-hire, tinanong nila ako, Simon, as part of the job description kasi is you will handle the social media and the publicity materials. So, marunong ka ba gumawa ng flyer? Marunong ka ba mag-edit ng mga pictures, images, graphics? Ganyan. Yes po. Pero, hindi, no? Doon na papasok si fake it till you make it.
Okay.
No? Na parang, 2 weeks before, ang ginawa ko is, nagpaturo agad ako sa twin brother ko. I have a twin pala, no? Nagpaturo agad ako sa twin brother ko ng tool navigation ng Photoshop. Okay. No? Kasi, isa lang yung naisip ko nun. Tool navigation is easy to learn. No? Natututunan siya. Pero the creativity, yun yung hindi mo basta-basta na matututunan. Na I am confident, no, na nasa akin. So, pumasok ako, may alam akong sa tools, tapos doon na ako nag-start mag-design. So, syempre, kinikriticize nila, gina-judge nila, hanggang sa, yun na yung nag-hone ng skills ko.
Okay.
Doon na rin ako nagkaroon ng mastery with my stint na 2 years. Sa company na yon, I was able to do and master or at least magkaroon ng expertise, no, on some of the parts of graphic design. No? Kasi Photoshop yung ginagamit ko. So, doon nag-start yung designing career ko. So, kaya ko sinabing iba yung sa akin kasi nauna si marketing,
Totoo.
bago ako nag-shift into arts or like designing.
Yeah.
No? So, well, I think it's an edge. No? It's an advantage kasi alam ko na kung paano ko siya i-market. Alam ko na kung paano ko siya ilalabas, ipapakita. No? Ang kailangan ko na lang is the materials.
Yeah.
Kung paano ko siya papatunayan. Kasi people won't believe you until they see something, di ba?
Tama.
So, yun, that's the design part. And the digital marketing part is went after parang more than 4 years na ako as graphic designer. No? So, we will go over that now. Later na.
May ano lang ako, may takeaways lang ako doon. Kasi, marami akong kakilala na artist, pero hindi nila alam. Sobrang galing nila.
Yes,
Sobrang galing
yes.
nila. Like, grabe. Sino ba to? Sabihin natin na ito yung popularity nila. Kasi as a digital artist, ang labanan dyan is yung followers mo or yung fan base mo. Kasi doon ka makakakuha ng clients and all. So tinitingnan ko, itong kakilala ko nito, di naman siya sikat, di naman siya super known talaga, pero yung skills niya, pang ganito. Kasing galing nung sikat. Sabi ko, pre, anong problema mo? Tapos, legit tinanong ko siya, pre, anong problema mo? Tag dito, hirap ako na parang i-public yung gawa ko. So, sabi ko, pre, kaya mo yan. Kasi ako meron akong alam dun sa digital marketing, pero very little pa lang. Pero yun nga, sabi ko, kaya mo yan, post mo lang, post mo sa IG, use hashtag, use mo yung mga SEOs, ganyan, etc. Tapos, tag dun. Ang ending is, hindi niya ginawa. Hindi kasi mahirap para sa kanya. Though sinabi ko din sa kanya. Pero ang point ko dito is, maraming mga artist pero hindi nila alam kung paano i-market yung sarili nila.
Yes, I know a lot of people too, no? Na parang it could sound uncomfortable kasi, no? Lalo na pagdating sa pagdating sa pera. Kasi marami pa ring designers ngayon, marami pa ring artist ngayon, no? So artist is different with designers kasi, no? Na hindi ganun ka-komportable pricing their skills. Kasi it's something they think na natural for them, na ginagawa ko lang naman, no? Ganun nila i-term. Pero hindi eh. Ginagawa mo yan na hindi kayang gawin ng iba. So why be uncomfortable na presyuhan siya?
Yeah.
'Di ba? So, yun. Isa pang mahabang usapin yung bagay na yun eh. Di ba? And sige, i-share ko na rin yung pagdating dun sa digital marketing naman, no. It was my second client. It was my second international client. Ay isang experienced and seasoned marketing consultant sa Australia, no? Australia-based siya.
Okay.
And he takes up client talaga from time to time, big clients from the US. And we have a creative team, no? Ako as graphic designer, yung team niya 5 lang. Isang graphic designer, isang copywriter, isang social media manager, isang media buyer, at isang influencer marketer.
Ooh.
Pero tinatawag niyang 5 departments.
Okay. Pero ano lang yan, 5 tao lang.
Pero 5 tao lang.
Wow.
Kasi totoo rin naman na yun yung kaya nang gawin talaga ng mga tao na yun. And ako as graphic designer, imagine yung 5 magkakaibang niches na yun. Niches siya, yung tawag doon eh. 5 ibang magkakaibang niches na yun is nagtutulong-tulong everyday, no? Nagkakaroon ng everyday design call, meetings, para dun sa mga gagawing projects. And all I did was show up, magpabibo, no? Yun yung term magpabibo, na kapag nagtanong siya, what do you guys think about this initial plan of the client, ganyan. So ako sinasabi ko yung nasa isip ko, no? So nakita niya ako as a well-versed graphic designer, as a communicative freelancer. So parang days or months come, nag-decide siya na I can see a potential in you and I want to groom you as one of the, or as a team leader that goes after me. Sabi niya ganyan. So, doon ako na mind blown kasi imagine graphic designer ako eh. Creative yung hawak ko. And wala akong alam masyado sa copywriting, wala akong alam sa influencer marketing. So, anong gagawin ko dyan? No? Sabi niya, the purpose and the main goal, the main role of a team leader is to align and execute. So, ito lang yung aasahan ko sa'yo. And ikaw na bahala kung gusto mong i-absorb kung ano yung mga ginagawa nila. learn from it, and you will get paid for it. No? So parang, good deal na to eh, di ba? Parang may naghain ng lechon sa'yo, na mumukbangin mo na lang, di ba?
Legit,
Parang,
legit.
nagutom tuloy ako. Ganun siya basically, yung pakiramdam na, sabi ko, the opportunity presented itself.
Yeah.
No? Why not take it? So, tinake ko siya. I've been doing a great job aligning the team, pero at the same time, may curiosity ako, paano ba ginagawa sa media buying? Yan yung Facebook ad launching, ganyan. Ito pala yung mga ginagawa, ito pala yung pag-target ng audience, demographics, and anything, ganyan. And influencer marketing, ganito pala ginagawa sa outreach, ganyan. Ganito pala gumawa ng script, ganyan. So, doon ako nagka-interest with digital marketing. Yeah. No? So, parang, parehas lang yun eh. Parehas lang with any other industries na gusto mong matutunan. Kung gusto mong matutunan mag-build ng cafe, pumasok ka as barista. Kung gusto mong matutunan magkaroon ng automotive shop, pumasok ka as mekaniko. No? You have to start from the bottom.
Yeah.
So, ganun nangyari. Hindi ko alam talaga lahat. I just know the gist of it. And naging interested ako, nag-aral ako, self-study, questions. Yun yung pinakamalaking tool for learning is questions. Then, doon ako nagkaroon ng passion to help clients. No? And you cannot help clients na ma-maximize mo by graphic design lang yung i-offer mo.
Yeah.
No? You have to offer them a buffet na they can select. So, doon na nag-start si Senses Digital Marketing. And
Yeah.
yun na siya.
Alright. So, grabe. Tawag dito, marami kasi ako nakikita mga posts na ang sinabi sa resume, sa job description is graphic designer. Pero ang hinahanap is video editor, social media marketing. Ang kailangan pala nila ay buong marketing department. Pero meron ako dong agree naman ako doon at some point. Kasi syempre, some people naman talaga is graphic design. Graphic design lang yung nila, yung forte talaga nila, their main skill. Pero ang meron ako doon parang anong side opinion ko na pwede naman na multi-talented ka eh. Video editor ka, graphic designer ka, digital marketing strategist ka. So, Simon Soriano it is. The evidence. Grabe.
Yes, oo. Yes, totoo yun. Totoo yung sinasabi mo na you can have a pinch of everything. No? Pwede mong matutunan yan lahat, pero you cannot be a master of it all.
Yeah.
And pagdating naman doon sa issue yan eh. Actually, hot
issue
topic yan
issue
eh.
yan.
Yung hahanapin mo sa isang tao, yung galing or yung task, no? Or yung skills ng lahat ng departments na yon at gusto mo ma-concise sa isang tao lang, no? So, I can see it as part of micromanagement and exploitation, no? Kasi sinasabi ko rin naman when it comes to creatives and freelancing, you have to ask clients, anong kayang gawin ng service ko para sa business mo? Like, pag gumawa ba ako ng design for flyer at ang nakalagay dito is yung insurance policy na binibenta mo versus $1 million. At ilang tao yung mabibigyan mo ng flyer na to. No? So, kung ganun yung kayang return sa'yo, why hesitate? Di ba? Why, hindi nga hesitate eh. Why abuse a freelancer or a creatives to do everything? Di ba?
Tama.
Or might as well ask for how much would it be or would it cost para sa service na to, and a separate fee for the service, a separate fee for the service. Diba? That's how you treat freelancers, right?
Alright.
Diba? Kasi kami, or like ako, or well, I can speak for the digital marketing agency owners din, we outsource. We get freelancers, diba? Pero, we treat them right. No? At least malaman nila na merong fair pricing, merong fair cost, yung mga services na in-offer on the table.
Yeah.
Yan.
Yeah. Sana sa mga nanonood sa atin ng mga freelancers, sana makakita kayo ng mga agency or mga clients na they know how to treat their freelancers.
Yes, yes. Kasi freelancers are taught or acquired those skills
Mm-mm.
nang hindi naman din libre. Sabihin na natin. Pero, at the same time, meron yung corresponding rate. No? Kasi meron din namang mga freelancers on a separate case, no, na who's asking a lot din naman na hindi pa katapat nung service or hindi pa katapat nung experience na kaya nilang i-provide. And doon papasok si portfolio, the feedbacks, the previous clients that you have worked with, doon papasok yun eh. Doon ka magkakaroon ng grounds.
Yeah.
No? Yan.
Yung backgrounds mo talaga. Yung magsasabi na ito yung presyo ko.
Yes.
Alright. So, grabe.
Nasa seryosong usapan na tayo.
Actually, tawag dito sa naging usapan natin. Though may knowledge na ako dun, pero like, parang, ito yung knowledge ko, level 3.
Level 3.
Tapos nung nakausap kita is like, uy, pang ano na to, pang level 10 na to. So, ako din na right now, natututo ako as we talk. So, grabe. Yun pala yung yung digital marketing strategies, yun yung story ng freelancer. So, grabe. So, sa mga freelancers out there, kaya natin yan.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, kaya natin to.
We can do more.
Yes, sir.
We can do more.
So, let's move on to our next question. So, how important is personal branding for digital marketing and graphic designer professionals?
Yan. That's a very great question. No? Lagi. Sinasabi ko yan. And sa amin din sa community, Filipino graphic designers, we are promoting it. No? Having a personal brand, ito applicable hindi lang naman sa mga graphic designers, but for everyone who's providing service. No? Kasi, the myth about personal brand or ang ginagawa normally ng mga personal brand is kailangan maging ganito ka. Di ba? Kailangan you have to be yourself. Yun na yung confusing agad dun eh. You have to be. Ibig sabihin, maging ikaw.
Oo.
Di ba? Hindi ba pwedeng just present yourself. And that's your personal brand.
Oh.
Di ba?
Alright.
Kasi the reason you have this ideal person, kaya nga siya tinawag na ideal eh. Kasi it just meant to be an idea. Pero it's not really you. Kaya sinasabi ko lagi, always self-assess. Kung ano yung mga kaya mong gawin, ano yung strengths mo, and present it right away. No? Yung hesitations mo, or i-turn mo as an impulse to create that personal brand. Kasi along the way, you can improve. Along the way, you will know. Ikaw makakapagsabi na, ay, yung ginawa ko dito, hindi masyadong ako yun. Parang, eto ako eh. Kasi I myself experienced that. Na parang, bakit ko ba sinabi yun? Or bakit ba, teka, kailangan ko yata mas mag-lean into this subject. So, that's the power of personal brand. Kasi, tendencies are, mahihirapan ka ng patunayan yun along the way. Kapag you pretend to be something you're not. No? Or someone you're not. No? So, to answer the question, what is the importance? Importance nun is authenticity. People follow people. People trust people. No? Hindi ka magtitiwala sa isang idea na ginawa ni ChatGPT kung sino ka. Diba?
Tama.
Kasi, for example, nagtanong ka sa AI chat or...
Who am I?
Parang, I want to be a graphic designer and I want to present myself in social media. What should I do? Diba? Sabihin niya na, maging ganito ka, ganito yung gawin mo, ganito. You can have those as outlines. Pero, you have to have personal touches. No? Kasi, kaya lang may nag-surface or kaya lang mayroong nag-trend or nakikilala is because nakikita ng mga tao how different they are. And no two people are the same. 'di ba? Lahat tayo merong uniqueness.
True.
And yun yung kailangan makita.
Yeah.
At may papakita mo lang yun if you're comfortable enough to be authentic. 'Di ba? So, authenticity plus skills plus goals and vision, boom, you have your personal brand.
Okay. Alright.
Hindi ako marunong mag-edit, hindi ako marunong mag-design, hindi ako marunong gumawa kung paano gagawin yung mga reels na yan. Tulad nga sinabi mo, I present myself as raw.
Yeah.
Nasa kotse ako, meron akong naisip, hinto ako sa kotse, salita.
Very very connect,
Naglalakad ako or gumagawa ako ng design, may naisip ako na, bakit ba kasi ganito ginagawa ng mga clients? Hindi ba nila, ay, teka. Video. Bakit ba kasi ganito yung ginagawa ng client?
Tama.
It's just it no? That's how you build a personal brand. At ako kasi, kung may idadagdag pa ako doon, or kung maitatanong ako, how am I different? Is my desire to inspire people. Yun talaga. Kasi, ako, meron lang akong principle sa sarili ko na sinasabi ko. Every day, at least touch one life. In a very tiniest thing possible, touch a person's life. No? Like, compliment. Pag kinompliment mo yung partner mo na, ganda mo ngayon. Oh, fresh.
Yeah.
You already did a thing for one's life. May na-touch ka ng one's life.
Oh.
Diba? Pero, everyday, magiging practice yan. You're touching people's lives. Magiging practice mo checking on people. No? Parang, malalaman mo at the end of the day, hindi para sa kanila yun. It's for you, really. It's for your self-fulfillment na I was able to inspire someone. And paano ba pag nag-progress sila into something na, ganito na yung ginagawa niya, baka masurpass ka pa niya eh. Kasi ganun siya ka-confident dun sa skill set niya. No? So, that's the power of inspiration and personal brand.
Grabe. I like that yung sa sinabi mo na, yung to be. Tapos, ano yun yung, hindi
maging di ba? Parang inuutosan kang maging sarili mo
just
sarili
be you.
mo na nga,
Present
diba?
yourself na lang.
Di ba? Present yourself.
If you're a sound producer na gwapo, na malupit, tulad ni Nico, no? Na-shout out pa yung friend namin dyan behind the camera.
Kaya ko yan si Nico. Na-interview ko na sila kanina eh.
May sarili na pala kayo, nag-podcast na kayo kanina. Yun. Present yourself lang. Very simple lang pala yung yung personal branding. Kasi aminin ko din ako din one time is nahirapan ako to build my personal brand. Na parang ano ba ako? Paano ko sasabihin na magaling ako? Paano ko sasabihin na editor ako, videographer ako, ganyan. Though hindi pa naman talaga siya established right now, pero may mga nasisimulan na ako nagpo-post ako ng mga contents ko yung siguro isa sa mga major posts ko na feeling ko na nag-success. Naging proud ako doon is yung 2024 recap as a multimedia artist.
Nakita ko yan.
Yeah, so inipon ko yung mga yung mga journey ko as a videographer, graphic designer, tapos na-realize ko doon na palagi akong nakaupo. Lap drip. Nakakatayo lang ako. Nakakatakbo-takbo lang ako.
Pero nakatayo ka naman sa may salamin.
Yeah, nakatayo. Tapos kapag nagbi-video, dyan ako nakakagalaw-galaw. Nakakatawa lang no? Kasi, ayun nga, most nung 2024 ko is, nakaupo ako. Ba't lagi ako nakaupo? Well, that's life as a multimedia artist. Lalo na kung pinagsabay-sabay mo talaga yung yung lahat ng yun. So, let's move on na sa ating next question. So, is freelancing your main source of income? Back then, So, dumating ba sa punto na kinakabahan ka kasi wala pang client na lumalapit or wala ka pang client na naku-close na deal?
Strange ba kung sabihin kung hindi? Kasi nga, di ba, sinasabi ko na it's the marketing skills that led me to confidence. Na kung ano natutunan ko, ay kaya ko yun dalhin, kaya ko yun ipakilala, at through it, kaya kong kumuha ng client, no?
Yeah.
So, the question is, the question, hindi dapat siya maging wala pa bang client or paano kumuha ng client. Kundi, how to master the art of getting clients. No? Kasi, once you master the art of getting clients, kahit ano pang niche mo, video editing yan, multimedia, graphic design, copywriting, when you master the art of getting clients, gawa kaya ako ng book. Hindi. When you master the art of getting clients,
Pwede.
is, hindi ka na kasi madidiskumpiyado. Lagi ka ng confident. And, yung tanong na, main source of income ko ba siya noon? Nag-start ako as freelancing ay naka-on-site office worker pa ako, no? Office employment pa yon. Pero, meron na kasi sa aking mga nag-feed ng idea na, ikaw ba gumagawa ng design ni ganito, ni ganyan? Magkano magpagawa sa'yo? Pag free time mo, ganito, ganyan. So, doon na ako nag-start na magkaroon ng side hustles na siya. Side hustle.
Clarify ko lang. Ano yung ibig mo sabihin doon sa on-site, like may other work ka besides
Yes, full-time.
freelancing?
Full-time employment siya na pumapasok ako sa office talaga. No? Tapos, nalalaman nila na, ikaw ba nagde-design ng mga collaterals and publicity materials ng ganito? Paano ba pag nagpa-design din ako sa inyo ng di ba ganyan? So, side hustle na siya. No? Dati kasi, ang tawag doon, or corporate jargon doon is moonlighting. Or working for someone with the same industry or conflict of interest na, yung tinatawag. So, pero ngayon, we call it side hustles.
Yeah.
Na nagkatrabaho ka, you're doing services for other people or business entity na hindi naman sakop ng oras mo with those office hours. No? And that's really a good transition. No? Kasi naging side hustle siya. Pero during that time, yun yung freelancing ko. And nung tuloy-tuloy siya, puro freelancing, and came pandemic, na parang nakikita ko na mas marami yung nangangailangan kasi mas marami nangangailangan na mag-show up, maging visible.
Pandemic,
Pandemic.
talagang nag-close yung mga physical stores.
Yes, at ang nag-boom talaga is the gig economy. Yung mga freelancers. Then, nung nakikita ko na mas tumataas na yung returns, it was heartbreaking at first kasi sobrang mahal ko yung company. Pero, kailangan mo rin niyang timbangin kung ano yung kayang ibigay sa'yo nung growth na kaya mong makuha into another journey, another venture. So, it was heartbreaking pero I had to leave. And, hindi ko yung pinagsisihan. Kasi, nag-boom yung freelancing. Yun nga, habang naka-office base ako, gumawa ako ng accounts sa Upwork. And, sabi nila, mahirap daw kumuha ng clients, pero it took me just 2 to 3 months.
3 months. Okay.
Bago makaland ng client. And I say, one thing made me land my first client is the portfolio. A solid portfolio. No? Yun lang talaga yung kailangan. Kasi, tulad nga ng sabi ko, logically, people won't trust you until they see something. Until you have proven one thing that you can do for them. So, yun. Then nag-start na yung freelancing ko. So, to answer the question, back then, hindi pa siya yung source of income ko. Which is yung full-time ko.
Side hustles lang
Yes,
talaga.
side hustles lang siya.
Pero may time ba na
Pero now,
like, mas malaki pa yung kinita mo sa side hustles mo sa main source mo?
yes, that's actually the determining factor why I left na yung employment ko.
Yeah.
Kasi, came a time na 3 times the employment salary.
3 times?
Yes, 3 times my employment salary.
Okay.
Yung kinikita ko, na hindi naman umaabot ng 1 month. Like 3 weeks, gano'n. Kasi nag-boom yung freelancing. And one thing I liked about yun nga yung platform, yung may dating platform na Upwork is the moment na nagkakaroon ka ng series of clients, gumaganda credibility ng profile mo. So, naiipon yung mga successful works mo, feedback ng clients, and eventually, hindi ka na mag-exert ng ganong kataas na effort into proving something. Kasi you have proven it already dun sa profile mo. Titingnan lang
sa
yun
portfolio.
titingnan lang yun ng clients. So, yes, I'm confident po. Kahit tingnan nyo yung Upwork account, makikita nyo dun yung mga...
Super solid. In-stock ko na.
Nakita
Proven and tested. Grabe.
Yun, so makikita nyo dun na mayroong mga talagang proven track record of successful works as a freelancer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, share ko lang Actually, right now, it's a dilemma for me. Na after ko ba Actually, pinagsabay ko na nga yung pag-aaral tapos freelance As videographer.
And I admire you for that. Nung nalaman, sa kanila ko na
you.
lang nalaman na nagsaside hustle na pala si Angelo. Akala ko yung mga podcast lang na ganito. Ay.
Hindi, meron din akong mga et cetera, mga side hustles. Kasi, tawag doon, para kasi sa akin, not to brag school or education, parang madali na lang siya para sa akin. Not to brag, okay? Please guys, hindi po ako nagyayabang, please po. hindi naman sa pagmamayabang, pero madali na lang siya para sa akin. Kasi, kung ano yung topic doon, araw-araw ko nang ginagawa yan. Kung ano exam namin, mga terminologies yan, hindi ko na kailangan kabisaduhin yan. Araw-araw kong pinipindot, kinakalikot yan. So, easy lang siya sa akin. So, nung dumating na ako sa punto na gano'n na madali na lang sa akin yung education, nag-pursue na ako to freelance. So, yun, going back dun sa gusto kong i-share. It's a dilemma for me na mag-stick na ba ako sa freelance or sa consistent source of income na work as in employee ka. So, guys, our story right now is the key and a sign for you to awol. Joke lang po. No. Joke lang, guys. It's just a joke. Wag nyong seseryosohin Baka mamaya
Hindi, siguro one thing to look at it is eto baka magbago yung tingin mo kasi. Freelancing is not just a side hustle. It's also not a work. Or not just a work. It's a business. You treat it as a business. By the moment you start freelancing, it's like starting up a business. Yun siya. Hindi siya parang, kundi yun talaga siya.
Hindi siya parang lang.
Oo, hindi siya parang business. Kundi freelancing is business talaga.
Yeah.
No? Mag-invest ka sa sarili mo, sa itsura, sa personal brand, or at least sa logo, o paano mo siya i-present, sa portfolio, sa menu, kung anong kaya mong gawin. It's basically a business.
Yeah.
No? So, kung ikaw ay magde-decide, para ka lang mamimili between going for a full-time employment or starting up a business. Na? Why it is same na freelancing ay business din? Kasi you're fully accountable. With what everything will happen.
Okay. So, dyan papasok yung statement na you're the boss of your own company.
Yes, definitely. Kasi imagine employment, may boss ka dyan. If ever you'll fail, ang maging accountable dyan yung boss mo. Kasi siya yung nag-hire sa'yo, siya yung nag-train sa'yo, siya yung may hawak sa'yo. If you fail, ang maging accountable dyan yung boss mo, yung company mo. Di ba? Na pinasukan mo.
Tama.
Pero with freelancing, magkamali ka dyan, ikaw yung masisira.
Yeah.
Ikaw yung fully accountable.
Ikaw yung
So,
accountable.
it's basically
Tama.
a business, di ba? So, ikaw, makakapag-decide ka lang mabuti dyan. Kasi, malalaman mo if you can take full accountability. Kasi, di ba, pag nagkamali ka sa work, nagkamali ka naman eh. Pero, it's the same amount of money that you will be getting. Pero, sa freelancing, you can lose. Kung ano yung pangkain mo sa araw na yon kapag ka nagkamali ka.
Totoo.
No? So, ikaw, kung kaya mo namang i-take yung sacrifices. No? Pero, ang sinasabi ko dyan, both are rewarding.
Yeah.
Pero, ang sinasabi ko with freelancing or starting up a business, it's lifetime rewarding.
Ooh.
So, kung meron man akong ibibigay na advice, go for a full-time job kasi iba rin ang learnings
Totoo.
with meeting deadlines,
Mm.
with punctuality, with obedience. Yan matututunan mo with employment.
Mm.
And that's a good stepping stone.
Yeah.
No? I admire people that are good at their employment career. Pero I don't admire people that's been
Too long.
comfortable for being too long.
Ah.
Kasi hindi ko naman sa hindi sila gusto, kundi nasasayangan lang ako with the potential. Everyone has the potential, no? And hindi ko naman dinidiscourage sila into getting an employment career. Pero sana at least use that as a stepping stone
True.
for your growth na kaya mo pang marating
Mm.
by not staying at the four walls of the office or vicinity. So
Yes.
parang ganun siya. Tumaas na po ang dami ng taong nag-resign. Hindi, joke lang. So,
Dahil nanood ng Creatives Podcast!
hindi, yun lang sinasabi ko. Sobrang dami. Lahat ng parts ng buhay may learnings. Pero it's up to you kung saan ka mag-stay or saan ka mahihirapan sa part ng buhay. Kasi mahirap naman talaga lahat eh. Di ba?
Totoo naman.
Pero, yun nga, like most people say, pipiliin mo kung saan ka mahihirapan.
Mm.
Di ba? Yes, that's it.
Yes. That's it. Pero guys,
Magandang buhay!
magandang buhay! Magandang buhay out there! So, tag dito, doon nga sa sinabi mo, freelancing is not just freelancing lang.
Yes.
It is starting a business. So, speaking of business, let's go further dun sa legal aspect nun. So, as a freelancer, kailangan ko ba maging DTI registered, BIR registered, or Facebook page or portfolio is enough? Enough na ba yun? Okay na ba yun?
With everything you said, all of those are needed.
Mm.
No? Hindi pwedeng isa lang yung meron ka. Pero short story lang with the legal permits and documents. Nangyari kasi to as an eye-opening for me nung gusto kong pumasok or may mga nag-i-inquire na business entities, companies, no?
Yan ba yung mga nangihingi ng OR? Or
yes,
official receipt?
yes, oo. Kasi kakailanganin nilang i-file.
Totoo.
So, lalo na nagkaroon tayo ng client, parang nagpa-design ng mga varsity shirts or ano ba tawag doon? For sports fest uniforms. Kasi di ba yung mga companies meron ganun. So, requirement nila is merong OR na BIR registered.
Yung iba pa nga, ang alam ko, parang hinihingan pa sila ng TIN number. Kasi may nag-post sa PJA naman. Kasi member din ako ng Philippine Graphic Artist. Tapos member pa ng FGD. No?
Yes, yes. Oo.
Lahat na ng community pinasukan ni person. Pero ayun nga, nakita ko nga dun is, paano to? May nag-post, paano gagawin ko dito? Hinahanapan ako ng TIN number niya. Hinahanapan ako ng OR.
Yes, yes. Pero ang kagandahan doon, kasi with freelancing talaga, sabi ko nga, just like starting a business, pag nagpunta ka sa BIR, and kumuha ka ng tax identification number, or TIN na tinatawag, meron talaga isang section doon that are for the gig economists na. For freelancers na.
Okay. Oh.
Yes, there was
Talaga?
a bill na parang nagra-run. Siguro parang that's 2 or 3 years ago. Nung nag-boom yung...
Kailan yan? 2 or 3 years?
Oo. Nung nag-boom, pandemic, nung nag-boom yung gig economy talaga. Kasi ito gigs to. Gig economy ang tawag sa kanya. Meron ng pinasa. Kasi it's to secure and acknowledge the freelancers na tumutulong sa economic growth ng bansa or ng isang bansa, no? And nagkaroon na ng law na parang pwede ka nang magkaroon ng permit nga na you are legally taxed by BIR as being a freelancer.
Okay.
Pero kasi ako namili na magkakaroon ba ako ng permit as a freelancer, ay ng documents as a freelancer, or gawa na lang ako ng sole proprietorship business. Kasi yung sa akin, sole proprietorship, which is sole owner ako nung business. So, it's the same thing. Yun nga lang, mas broad yung pwede mong hawakan kasi you can handle a team. No? Yung sa akin, I handle editors and designers din. So, yun yung sa akin. Kaya nag-shift ako into a sole proprietorship business na lang.
Okay.
So, pero, hindi ako nagkaroon ng physical office. Naka-home office ako. So, wala pang need for me to comply for business permits, mayor's permits, yan, ganyan.
Kasi ano pa lang na, yan yung tinatawag nila ngayon na, kung di ako nagkakamalis, yung, digital company. Tama ba?
Yes. Or virtual.
Yeah, virtual company rather.
Yes.
Oh, so pero, question lang. For those who are just starting, nun pa lang sa starting na, as in bago pa lang talaga, kailangan na ba nilang kumuha kaagad ng BIR? Like, they're landing their first client. Their first ever client. Kailangan na ba nilang mag-ano kaagad? DTI, BIR?
I suggest, yes. Better. Kasi, doon ka rin magkakaroon ng security and it's one of your credibility. If you can present it to a client, no, na para at least secure si client na whatever happens, meron siya pwedeng habulin sa'yo na you are legally operating. Kasi yun lang naman yun eh.
Yan yung tinatawag na tag dito. Legal safety of both parties.
Yes. Pero if you want to test the waters lang of freelancing muna and kung gusto mo makita muna yung sustainability, kung para sa'yo ba talaga yung freelancing, you are free also to do so. Kasi ginagawa rin naman talaga yun ng mga startup freelancers.
Yeah. Down payment is enough.
Yes.
Huwag kayong tatanggap ng client tapos ginawa nyo na.
Tapos wala pang down payment.
Wala pang down payment.
Ghosting ang mangyayari sa
Ghosting literal. Ghosting literal ang mangyayari sa iyo diyan. Tag dito, iyak tawa ka na lang.
Yes.
Iyak ka kasi nawalan ka ng client, tatawa ka kasi.
Kapag kukuha ka ng client, tapos hindi ka magpa-down payments, gagawin mo, charity ang itayo mo. Kasi it's basically what you do. Di ba? Nagbibigay ka, parang tatanggap mo sa sarili mo na magbibigay ka ng libreng art, libreng design, libreng service. That's it. You're building basically a charity, di ba? Yeah, tayo ang charity. So,
turn your charity into a business, guys. Wag kayo papayag ng libre or binabarat kayo sa presyo.
Down payment is a must.
Yeah. Woo. So, guys, narinig nyo na ang mga legal aspects of entering in the freelancing or rather, dito sa business or starting your own business. So, ang question ko lang, next question is, dun sa, as you said nga, you started yung business, which is Digital Senses Agency. So, how did you build your initial team? So, what qualities did you look for in your first hires? Or, ano siya, 100% stranger ba talaga yung mga nasa team? Or, like, kasi as an artist, meron tayong mga group of artist friends. So,
siguro, one big principle to back it is I don't burn bridges. No? Never burn bridges. So, ibig sabihin, once na makakita ka, makamit ka ng tao, at potentially, magagamit mo siya. Hindi, joke lang. Manggagamit. Potentially, may nakita ka sa kanya that you can somehow think of na it can widen your connection, no? And network. Don't burn that bridge. No? Huwag mong sisirain yung anything na nagko-connect sa inyong dalawa. Kasi time will come na magagamit mo yung connection na yun. And network na yun. So, una, when I build my business, sinigurado ko na alam ko kung ano yung gustong gawin, no? Nung business, and it envisions nga yung helping startup companies and businesses, no? And magkaroon ng focus kung ano yung ipoproduce. So right now, even we present these niches na ginagawa namin, pero gusto namin mag-focus sa creatives. No? Creatives and content creation for their visibility. No? So, yun yung una ko na-establish, kung ano yung kailangan ko. Then, yung mga tao na cross ko na yung path and nakilala ko kung anong klaseng tao sila. So, that's the very important thing. Kasi skills will just be there and yung organizational skills ay iba doon sa creative skills nila. Organizational skills is the ability to work alongside
with others.
the others. So, yun yung tiningnan ko. Na kung sino yung magiging komportable na maging makatrabaho. And with the setup. Kasi yung setup namin is very different din. Nocturnal setup siya. And minsan, may mga urgency pa na, lalo na sa part ko, yung personal brand ko kasi sila din yung pinag-handle ko ng editing and documentation. Yun yung tiningnan ko muna. So, importante na maset mo yung structure. Then, find someone who will be able to execute all those. Yeah.
Okay, so ano talaga, connection is very important.
Pero so far, wala naman ako sa team ko na hindi ko na kilala talaga bago ko hinire. All of them are like brothers and sisters to me. Yes. Mga ibang kaibigan. Meron pa nga akong meron pa akong kinuha na never pa naman niyang na-touch yung creative side.
Talaga?
Pero nakita...
As in zero background?
Oo, pero nakita ko sa kanya na meron siyang eye for the videos. Meron siyang eye for the composition. Meron siyang eye for choosing music. And siya gumagawa ng mga videos ko ngayon.
Ayos. Grabe
Yes,
yan. From ano talaga yun, parang, dyan papasok yung kung paano mo kilalanin yung tao.
Yes. Sometimes it's not the skills. It's the desire and determination to have those skills.
Yeah. Kasi, ano din yan questions din yan sa mga, sa community. Ano ba ang hahanapin mo sa team? Skills? Character? Or yung, yung drive nila to learn? And more. So, yun siya. So now in the present, masasabi mo ba ngayon na I've made it? Na if not naman, what is your definition of success as a creative?
Siguro, kaya ko sabihin na I've made it on some parts kasi one thing that I have learned from one of my mentors before is life is a series of cycles. So, every time you go into a cycle, matatapos ang cycle na yon. So, in your case, you are in a cycle of being a student. Tatapos yan, you will go into cycle of learning something new for your own good. No? Para mabuhay ka. No? So, susunod naman dyan, cycle na pagiging pagkakaroon ng relationship, building a family. So, life is a series of cycles. May mga maliliit pang cycles, no? And I can say that I've made it into establishing what I really want to do with my creative career. So, I've made it, and my definition of success is succeeding into those cycles. No, gradually. Kasi parang, okay, cycle to, pero you have to get through it para makapunta ka sa isang cycle. Unless, you will be stuck on that cycle. And mostly, or sometimes, yun yung nangyayari sa ibang tao. They are getting stuck talaga.
Yeah. Life, sabi nga dun sabi ng mentor ko, one thing that is consistent in life is changes.
Yes.
So, kung magbabago ka, ano yung dapat mong, kumbaga parang, ano yun? How will you change yourself into a better one?
Yes,
Yun.
yes.
So, may personal question lang ako. Kapag naging digital marketing ba ako? Magkakaroon ba ako ng girlfriend?
I think that's for you to answer, no? Pero kasi, one straightforward answer, kahit anong gawin mo, magkakaroon ka ng girlfriend. Pero the question is, ano yung gusto mong taong mahalin niya?
Yun.
Di ba? Kasi, bilang di ba? Di ba? Bilang,
Sino ka ba?
Oo, bilang sinong tao ka. Di ba? Kasi merong iba na girls or even boys, they take up the challenge. Ay, mamahalin ko to kasi
Yun.
gusto ko itong baguhin di ba? Parang gano'n. Kasi loko-loko Parang gano'n di ba? Pero, if you will going to be a role model na achiever and doing something for his life, kung gusto mo mahalin ka niya bilang ganong tao, then so be it. Di ba?
Yeah. So, dito sa, sa peripheral view ko, may nakikita akong umingiti
Yes.
Kinikilig
Nag-iisip na siya ng
Nasa tamang tao talaga.
Tama.
Yun. Wala na. Tapos na. Finish na ang podcast na to.
Love story pala.
From getting client to getting a girlfriend or to getting your loved one. So, next question tayo is, what are the biggest difference between managing projects as a freelancer versus managing as an agency talaga?
Accountability.
Accountability.
Yes, accountability. Kasi yung pagdating sa freelancing, you are fully accountable doon sa kung ano yung mangyayari. Pero when it comes to managing a creative agency, eto hindi din naman ginagawa ng lahat ng owners. Pero ako, I let them contribute doon sa accountability. Sinasabi ko sa kanila na the reason this happened is there are some shortcomings mula sa akin as the one who leads and sa part nyo din as the one who executes. So, it's a collective accountability of the team para pagdating naman sa success, it's a full credits din for the team na nag-succeed with that. So, that's how I see the difference. No? Na parang, if a client want to thank me for a project I have done as a freelancer, then so be it. Pero if a client want to thank me for the works that we have done as a creative or digital marketing agency, then I have to pass down those. Or at least I should tell na, effort po yan ng buong team. Or at least I can tell the team na, guys, tingnan niyo yung feedback ni client 1 sa ginawa nating video for them. Yung video promotion daw is nag-turn into 20 times walk-ins nung araw na yun.
Wow.
So parang, ganun ko siya binibigay, pinapass down dun sa team.
Yeah.
Para at least sila, nalalaman nila na
Success.
they can validate kung ano yung nagawa nila for that client, for that project. And yeah, that's how I see the difference. Managing
Parang,
a project as a freelancer and a creative team.
so parang yung sa freelancer more like, as in individual ka lang dun eh.
Yes, individual credit.
Dito naman sa agency is like, meron ka ng mga taong hinahawakan.
Mm-mm.
May mga taong kailangan din malaman na kung ano yung feedback, kung ano yung result nung nangyari. Hindi na yung tulad ng dati na yung sinusolo mo lang, yes!
Yes.
Ngayon, all together.
Yes.
Ganun na.
Yeah.
So, next question is, what are your future goals for your digital marketing agency?
Syempre, to help more clients. That's one. Pero, magagawa ko lang din yan kasi if we can do or we can provide more services din as part of digital marketing. So, it's basically to expand both ventures na magkaroon ng maraming clients and magkaroon din ng maraming learnings pa on how to manage the team, how to build a system, and how to get more niches na i-offer dun sa clients.
Yeah. So, one day ba makakita kami ng building na Senses Digital Marketing?
Yes. It's already
So,
on my vision board kasi 'di ba we create mock-ups
Oo.
with brands kasi 'di ba yung mga nagpapagawa sa ng mga logo, visual identities. Kailangan ipakita mo sa kanila kung saan nila makikita yung mga logos nila. Kung food yan, nasa apron yan, nasa cup.
Yeah.
Pero kung isang corporate business yan, service provider, kailangan nasa polo shirt na emblem, kailangan nasa taas ng building, nasa wall, 'di ba? Mock-ups.
True.
So, I myself, meron akong mga ginawang mock-ups na nakip doon sa vision board.
For your own agency.
Yes.
Wow, grabe. Siguro parang nakaka-proud niyo na makita into reality.
Yes, yes. Kung mapapanood niyo yung The Internship ba yun? Where the story of
Movie?
Yes, movie.
Okay, yeah.
Where the story of two people na magkaibigan sila, they entered Google. So, yun sana yung gusto kong magawang space for the senses, like a Google. And kung sa K-drama naman, mga movie preference na to, no? Sa K-drama naman, if you are able to watch, mahilig kasi ako sa movies na related sa creatives and corporate and marketing. No? So, kung mapapanood nyo naman yung Startup, which is yung Sandbox.
Sandbox. Okay.
Kung saan sila pumasok for internship and be able to explore and give their creativity a shot. Gusto ko magkaroon ng sandbox talaga.
Yeah.
Yan, for senses.
Let's go.
Yeah. So, sinasabi ko to guys sa inyo para tulungan nyo akong i-manifest. Please. Yes. So, it's for the creatives din naman. Fellow creatives natin, hindi lang for Filipino creatives and for global impacts na rin siya.
Yeah. So, abangan ko yan.
Yes.
Abangan
sige.
ko yan. So, lastly, speaking of dito nga sa the digital marketing, how do you see the digital marketing industry evolving in the coming years?
Siguro umpisa na natin sa pinakamabilis na usap, which is the power of AI tools. No? I could see that AI could still be bigger. Mas malaki pa yung magiging influence niya and help niya advantageously. No?
True.
Pero people will also need or freelancers and generally yung humanity will need critical thinkers para i-endorse ng mabuti yung power of AI at kung paano siya gamitin ng tama. Kasi the power of AI talaga is very, very boundless.
True.
So, no, I don't think it can replace humans. Pero I think by the power of critical thinkers, kaya niyang i-endorse ng tama sa humanity kung paano gagamitin yung tools ng AI. So, I could see the digital world evolving as futuristic as it is. Kung paano nakikita sa ideas, sa movies, no? Kung paano nag-exist siya into an idea, AI prompts, no? Kung paano nakikita na gulo-gulo yung mga generative ideas sa AI. Ganun yung mangyayari.
Yeah.
Pero yun nga, kailangan ng power of critical thinkers.
Yeah. Okay, so, well, that concludes our Q&A session.
Wow.
Oh, grabe. Thank you, guys.
Grabe.
Thank you, Sir Simon, for your insightful answers. So, I hope this has been an informative and enjoyable for the audience because for me, grabe.
Yes.
Dami akong natutunan.
That's very fulfilling for me also.
Yeah. Ano pakiramdam na tapos na? Ano pakiramdam na tapos
Bitin
na?
eh. Parang pwede maging series.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Ma'am,
Yes.
extend po. Ano to, com shop?
Di kasi
So,
yun nga, parang when it comes to inspiring people, you will want more talaga.
True. Sa season 2 ng Creatives.
Yes.
Uy, let's go. So, now that we are reaching closure, I would like to ask you, Sir Simon, what is your yung definitive advice for those who want to be creatives? Yan. What's your final advice for the for those who are aspiring or had that desire?
Ako, figure how to self-assess. Talaga. Self-assessment is really the key for your personal growth. Kasi you have to assess, sabi ko nga dalawang bagay palagi yan, sinasabi ko rin to sa mga advices ko before, na dapat i-assess mo kung ano yung strengths mo. So kung creatives yan, ano ba yung strengths mo pagdating sa creatives? Video creation, writing, arts, painting, kung kahit ano yan, kailangan malaman mo kung ano yung strengths mo. And where do you want to go? So kung hindi man yan creatives, performing arts man yan, singing, dancing, acting at kung ano pa yan, where do you want to go using those skills? No? So doon pala makakreate ka na ng personal timeline mo. So self-assessment talaga. And the power of pa.
What? Ano yun?
Lagi ko sinasabi yun, kahit sa girlfriend ko. Sinasabi ko na, halimbawa, sinasabi ko na, for example, sa mga randomly, gusto kong pumunta ng ganito. Tapos, hindi, wala tayong pera. Wala pa tayong pera.
Oh,
diba?
The power of pa.
Yes, the power of pa. Or like, makapag-design ka ba ng ganito? Hindi ako marunong yan eh. Hindi ka pa marunong yan. Diba? Kasi it's extending the power of possibilities when you use that. And it's reassuring yourself na hindi pa nangyayari, pero mangyayari. No? And you will figure it out. No? So, yun. Self-assessment and the power of pa.
Yeah. The power of pa, it is. So, okay. So, grabe. I would like to thank you, Sir Simon, for being our guest. Your insight and expertise, grabe, have been very valuable, and we truly appreciate them taking the time to share their knowledge with our listeners. So, it's time to know where can our listeners find more of your work. So, drop your social handles na.
Wow. Sige. I have 2 social handles, no? A set of social handles. You can follow us with you can follow our works, no? Yung professional works ng creative team namin. Senses Digital Marketing, that's on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And you could also follow my contents, where I give contents for personal advice, content creation, designs, and freelancing. Sa Facebook din, TikTok, and Instagram, The Simon Soriano. Yeah. Yes.
Hindi ko nakita yun Hindi ko nakita yung The Simon Soriano.
Yung handle
sa TikTok
na yan.
Ba yan?
Lahat actually.
Okay.
Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, The Simon Soriano yung makikita niyong handle.
Baka naano ka lang. Na hindi ko lang napansin.
Kasi you always see it as Simon Soriano.
Oo.
Pero kapag tinatype mo or hanapin mo, mas madali naman siya.
The Simon. Okay.
At The Simon Soriano.
Yes, sir. So, follow niya na yan. Lahat na ng pwede niyong pindutin dyan. Like, comment, follow, share.
Sige. Yes, sige. Shout out din natin yung second largest community of Filipino graphic designers. Makikita nyo yan sa Facebook community platform, Filipino graphic designers. No? So that's where you can explore a lot of creativity, learnings, job boards, meron din dyan. And pagdating naman sa upskilling, yung Creative Incubator, partner siya ni Filipino graphic designers. Sir, watch out for those 2 communities.
I-follow nyo na yun. Mag-join na kayo dun sa mga groups na yun.
Yes.
So, grabe. And hanggang ngayon, meron pa akong hangover dun sa sa Imprint 2025. Grabe yun. Ang dami. Habang nagbibideo ako, kasi naka-assign ako dun as media partner, as videographer.
Yes.
Videographer and video editor ng video highlight. So, habang nagbibideo ako, nakikinig ako eh. Ang bihira, sabi ko. Teka lang, ang hirap pagsabayin, pero masaya.
Grabe, no?
Oo, grabe. Nandun sa mga tao na yun. Grabe.
Well, that's on your side as the media team, ano? Kami naman sa part ng partnership and sponsorships, seeing na andun yung mga partners, sponsorships, and who would have thought na isang buwan lang yung preparation? And sabi ko,
isang buwan? Isang buwan lang yun?
Hindi pa rin alam, di ba?
Okay.
Yes, the core team members, alam yan. And siguro alam na rin, it's not private news naman, na it's a month-long preparation lang to secure everything.
Yeah.
Speakers, sponsors, venue, team,
Oo.
volunteers, alam niyo yan.
Volunteers, yeah.
At sobrang pressed sa time and sobrang clutch yung
Oo.
oras talaga to prepare all those. Pero naging successful siya. So, nakakilabot talaga. And
Grabe.
game changer talaga yung imprint na yan.
At salamat dahil naka-clutch pa yung yung creatives
Oo.
doon. Naging pa kami, naging part pa kami doon as exhibitor and media partner. So, grabe. So, maraming salamat talaga, Sir Simon. And to support the Creatives Podcast, or if you want to see more of what we do, please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And be sure to like and share to stay updated on our latest episode. So we also want to give our thanks to Bagong Pilipinas Studios and their staff for their incredible hospitality for allowing us to record here. So grabe, maraming salamat guys. Hindi ko na mabanggit ang inyong mga pangalan pero meron diyang isa kapangalan ko. So grabe, it's been a very fantastic experience for us. So we will greatly appreciate your interaction as it would help us reach our fellow creatives. Anyways, this has been The Creatives, starting a creative revolution.
Together we create, together we rise. We are creatives.
Woo! Yes, sir.